Syria call. That is a traditional greeting that is used in the part of India that I visited. And as you heard, my name is Jolene, and I graduated from here in 1996. And I also had Mr. Beth when I was in 6th grade, so I'm familiar with him. Most of you probably don't know me, and that's a good thing. I'm a probation officer. I work here in Clarion, so it's a good thing if you don't know me. You'll be in trouble. Anyways, as I stated, I had the opportunity to visit India last year, and it was a really eye-opening experience. You're going to be seeing some slides here that, towards the end, the slides will show some of my personal experiences. And I had a part in administering the polio vaccine to some children there in India. So anyways, you can see here they're going to get the slideshow started.
So does this go automatically or do you have to?
It should go automatically. One of the things that I really want you to pay attention to in the slideshow is the iron lung. I didn't know what the iron lung was. It was something that I heard of, but I never really knew what it meant. What it is it's a contraption, and you basically live with it. When you get polio, that's it. That's where you're at. It does the breathing for you. So you'll be seeing pictures of that here in a little bit. Anyways, as I stated, one of the highlights of the program and my visit to India was actually getting to administer some polio vaccines. And the group that I went with consisted of myself, 2 other people, and a Rotary team leader. And we traveled around, and we spent a day, we went to various sites, and actually gave out the vaccine. As I stated, you'll see some of the pictures there. And it might not seem like a big deal that, we gave this vaccine, but what I want you to understand is that things in some of these other countries are very different than it is in the United States. Here we sort of take things for granted. We have our trips to the doctor, we get vaccinated. It's something that almost everyone has to do. Excuse me. Having trouble with the slideshow? All right. While we're waiting for the slideshow, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you guys remember when the last case of polio was in the Americas? I saw your hand shoot up first. 91? All right. Yes, that's the iron lung. And you can see there, those are children, and that's where they're confined for the rest of their lives. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying, vaccinating the kids might not seem like a big deal, but again, what I wanted you to understand is here in the United States, almost everybody gets vaccinated before they start school. It's just something that we do. Our parents take care of it. It's no big deal. There, it's completely different. Many of the people still live in rural areas. They're poor. Many of them are still uneducated. A lot of kids don't even go to school. And one of the things that really surprised me that I saw when I was there is they still live in villages in a lot of places. Like I said, it's very rural. And they actually live in huts. You might see a hut next to understand why this is so important that we get the vaccine to them. What I also wanted to tell you about was when we went there, we went to a building where they had the polio vaccine set up, and people could come from all over. Again, like I said, they're poor. A lot of people don't have cars. This is a country where you might even still see people traveling by camel. That was something that, you know, I saw, and that was really different to me to see that. I didn't actually interact with anybody personally that had polio, but we took a visit one day to Taj Mahal, which is world famous sight to see, and there were a number of kids outside of the Taj Mahal, and they were crippled. Nobody actually said that it was polio that they had, but I believe it was. They were crippled, they couldn't walk, and they were begging. And this is a country where, you know, if you are crippled, if you have a disease, there's really nothing for you to do. It's not like it is here where you can get help and, you know, get employment. There, you just pretty much live on the streets and you beg. So that's another reason why, you know, it's important to get this vaccine out there. I'm going to throw out, it's probably time for some more candy, so I'm going to throw out another quiz question to you guys. Do you guys remember how many local members there are in our Clarion Rotary Club? I saw you in the black. I saw your name up. What was that?
How many local Rotary Club members in Clarion?
How about you? 176? No? Okay, we'll just try again with somebody. How about you? 52? 95?
Close.
How about you, Greg? 50?
Closer. Close.
How about you? 57?
Lower. There it is.
Okay.
Process elimination.
All right, we'll do another quiz question too, just to break things up. Do you guys remember who the University of Pittsburgh scientist was that invented the first polio vaccine?
How about the big first name? Dr. Jonas? What's the last name?
Yes. On your turn. Okay. Feedback to my personal experience. Also, we went to a train station, and you know, at first that seemed kind of odd. Why are we going to a train station to do these vaccinations? What the reason was is there's a thought that the migrant workers, which are, you know, they just travel around from place to place, getting odd jobs. There's a thought that they're the ones that carry this virus. So we went to the train station to try to give them these polio drops, and their children polio drops. The way the process worked was we were given a small vial, just like you see there, and you squeeze it into the child's mouth. There's about 2 drops in the vial, and you'll always see the child with their head tipped back. That's so that you're certain that the vaccine actually goes down their throat. They don't spit it out or anything like that. So that's kind of how the process works. And again, what I want you to understand is you guys are going to be part of this campaign to help bring the polio vaccine to India. These are actually where some of my pictures start. You can see me in the back. The yellow there, that was a polio banner that they put up to bring awareness. And this is one of the sites that we went to where we gave out the vaccine. And you can see there that little box on the table, that's where the vaccines were kept. And those are some of the Indian people waiting to administer the vaccine. That's us again, that's the group that I was with. vaccine to India. And as Dr. Humphrey stated, if there's even one case in the world of polio, you guys are all at risk for getting it. It can quickly spread into an epidemic. So it's really important and it's achievable